All right, hi all.
Hello.
We are being disasters prior to going live, so we'll go live.
Always disasters.
Oh, we really are. Like,
I feel like it's part of our charm.
I think it's our brand.
I mean, let's be honest. If we had charm, it would just be chaos. So
Yeah.
it does have to kind of be our charm. Hello.
Mhm.
All right. Quick introductions. My name is Kels. I'm the moron behind the controller. I'll be voicing Ryunosuke Naruhodo. I don't have anything good to say today.
That's fine.
Hashtag not a
Oh.
serial killer.
Yeah, there we go. Hashtag not serial
Yes.
killer. I just
Yes,
happen to have
that's-
weird amount of serial killer knowledge.
Mhm.
Don't ask how.
Hello. Hey guys, bitches, hoes, and non-binary bros. What was it? I don't know. That thing from Skate the Infinity. I think I messed that up, and all the Adam fans are gonna come for me. Hi, Mana, your NB pal, and I am now your overlord or something. Yay! Congratulations.
And
Yeah,
of
that's
course, last but not least, I am Lemur. Standard disclaimer. Apparently, to add to my standard disclaimer of that I have dogs and you will hear them at some point, or hear me speaking to them at some point. Apparently, there's a thunderstorm happening outside,
Fun.
or starting. So depending on, we may not hear the dogs because they'll be scared.
Poor things.
Yeah, my poor babies.
Hmm.
We have lots of thunderstorms here.
Yeah.
They would not like it here.
Ew. It's also too hot.
Yeah, that too.
They have too much fur.
Yeah. Anyways, so our
Mhm.
pre-show banter was or basically what was happening before we got on this stream is it seems to be that we're just going to badly explain Taylor Swift songs and Lemur is going to try to guess which ones they are.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call me like a Swiftie, but as I explained when we were talking about this a few minutes ago, I was a white teenage girl when
Was. Why is it was?
I mean, she's not a teenager anymore, so
yeah,
okay,
see,
teenage-
it's-
okay.
I'm still white. I can't tan, so there's really there's no change. I can only be mayonnaise or lobster. Those are my two shades.
Two shades.
That's
I
fair.
don't tan. Like I don't even like, like there's some people that are blessed and they can at least have a tan for a little bit after they sunburn.
Mhm.
No, I look paler.
You're fine. You're fine.
But anyway, that was my explanation as to, of course, I know Taylor Swift, because I also grew up in a more rural area of Oregon where people listen to country music all the time. So
Yep,
Oh.
that you would not be able to get away from that.
No.
There is apparently an entire Reddit thread on our Taylor Swift that is
Mhm.
badly explain a song by misinterpreting or taking the lyrics too far.
oh no, you know.
Would you
Really?
like to play it?
Let's do
Yeah.
that.
All
That
right.
sounds great.
I'll stick to ones that like even I recognize because I don't know
Okay.
which of these are going to be ones that like are like way into the discography. Oh, why am
If
I
they're,
doing this
like-
again?
Yeah, it's okay. If they're like, there's 2 albums. I think it's like no, there's a couple albums that I like fell out of like listening to Taylor Swift. So there might be some I might not catch.
All right. So
So we'll
let's
see.
let's start with a man doesn't want his daughter to date a vandal that throws rocks at his home.
Is it Love Story?
It is Love Story.
Romeo, baby.
Yeah.
Leave me alone.
Yes, 1 point for Lieber.
1 point for Lemur. All right. Next question. An unfaithful couple decides to stay together for the aesthetic.
Is it We're Never Getting Back Together?
No.
No, okay. That I mostly guessed it because Mana was just going for the bit.
Wee.
Shit. Is it can you read the
They're
description
just-
again?
Yeah.
For the aesthetic.
An unfaithful. Oh, let me try this again. An unfaithful couple decides to stay together for the aesthetic. And I will give you a hint. Aesthetic is very important in this.
It's not blank space because they're not together. Is it stay?
Nope.
Shit. I need to pull up like my iTunes and just have a list of
My
just a list of
Swiftie
Taylor Swift
playlist.
songs.
My
I
Swiftie
have
playlist.
one. Don't.
No, like that's not a bad thing. Again, okay, real talk. When artists are popular, they have to have been popular for a reason. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's why I never like rag on anybody's music taste because I'm like clearly they did something correct, and that's why people enjoyed the music, and that's why they're famous.
Exactly.
There you go.
I still have the okay. My hold on. I haven't. Okay. This is hard.
Would you like to pass and we can come back to it?
Yeah, let's come back to it.
Okay. A girl is stuck in a Groundhog's Day style time loop and is stuck in December until she can find out how to be a better girlfriend.
Back to December.
Back to December. How does that one go again?
I
feel like I've heard it.
Hold on. I think I have it on my.
It's so bad because I just finished watching ProZD guess anime openings for like 16 minutes straight, and I know it's not an anime.
Like, I think Back to December is actually the song that she wrote about Taylor Lautner.
Oh shit!
I forgot that Taylor Swift has that whole like, it's the mystery of what song did she write about which of her. I don't know if they're all ex-boyfriends or what, but I know there for a while it was a big thing to try to guess which guy a song was about.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
I never knew that she was dating any of them, so.
We were in the dark the whole time.
Exactly. Alright, are you ready for the next one?
Yeah. I have my list now.
A girl's guitar becomes water damaged and she blames it on a
Teardrops
guy
my
named.
guitar.
Yeah. She blames it on a guy named Drew.
That was so fast.
Oh.
I'm gonna guess Shake It Off for all of them because the mashup made me associate the song with A's.
Yeah, no, it's Teardrops on My Guitar. That was, I think, one of her first music videos.
Oh, hey, there you go.
Because it's off of
I've
her,
heard that one.
her self-titled album
Yeah.
Oh. Taylor
from like
Swift.
2007.
From Taylor Swift. Does she have a song called Taylor Swift?
No, but excuse me, 2006. The 2006 album, which is her first album, is called Taylor Swift.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Alright. A woman dreams of going on a jungle safari.
What? What?
No, it wouldn't be Out of the Woods. No? Yes?
No.
Okay, I didn't think so. I still had to double check myself.
Shake it off. Shake it off.
A jungle. Can you read it again?
A woman dreams of going on a jungle safari.
I don't know.
Yeah, that sounds so, like, a lot of things that maybe it could be.
I'm gonna pass.
Alright. A woman uses the name of her crush to fill in the blank on her end of term paper.
Like, space, right?
paper. Okay, so this
And
has
I'll
gotta-
write your name.
Is it? It's not. No, it wouldn't be picture to burn. That's got to be old Taylor Swift if she's talking about like writing a paper.
Let me show you my essay. Ooh. In this essay, I will say why this man a bitch. No. That's the vibe I'm getting.
See, the other thing is I'm now trying to like keep in. Oh god, that scared me. The reflection of the dog bowl I thought was eyeballs for a hot second, and I was like, a demon, because it was too tall to be a maverick. Or, whew. Anyway, we're
She
fine.
has a song called "The Demon."
No. I'm just panicking. It's fine. I have no idea what's the song.
Blank space.
Okay, okay.
I was right.
You were right.
That was my guess, but it was still, it's like, she didn't talk about that in there.
Yeah, because I don't know, and so if we didn't talk about my Taylor Swift history. I basically only know what has been on the radio, so I don't know
I
the
know, that's
lyrics
where
to
I was-
anything. Like,
I was trying to pick, like, yeah, I'm only looking at like the top hits from the albums,
Yeah.
not like, like,
yeah. All right.
I feel like you're not gonna pick out Tim McGraw.
Well, I was about to, because I did recognize that song. So I will read you the caption for it, and you can tell me if you would have guessed it.
Okay.
A creepy stalker hopes her victim thinks about her when he thinks about a famous country star.
Yeah, I would have guessed Tim McGraw. I think that's her only.
Damn.
I think that's the only, like, she's got like some other ones that have male and female names in them,
Mhm.
but that's like the only one that's like blatantly a person.
Mhm.
Because like there's one of the ones that I really liked growing up is Hey Steven, and it's like, okay, well, like, Steven could be literally anybody.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right. I think this one is mostly based on the title rather than the
Oh boy.
lyrics to the song, just as a heads up, but I don't know for certain. The owner of a new puppy has trouble training it.
New puppy.
Does she have a song called "Obedience School"?
Trouble training it. You need to calm down.
Nope.
You need to calm down. 'cause
I knew
say
you were
that to your
trouble.
dog so
Nope.
Trouble, trouble, trouble.
Did-
Oh!
If you've seen, fun fact, it's a very mild spoiler, but they're in the trailers for Thor: Love and Thunder. So fun fact, the goats in Thor: Love and Thunder, they're in the trailers. The screaming goats are a direct reference to the "I knew you were trouble" goat meme. That was very popular on the internet for a very long time. That's
I love that
Taika
goat.
Waititi did that on purpose. None of these to say like, like dog to me. What is it?
All you had to do was stay.
Okay, that one ended me. That one ended me.
All right. A guy takes a girl camping and she hates it.
Out of the woods.
Yeah, you are correct. I cut off the second part of this one because I thought it was really obvious then. The entire time she is asking if they're out of the woods yet.
Yeah. Yeah, because literally, there's like a whole section of that song where like literally the line is just, "Are we out of the woods yet? Are we out of the woods? Are we out of the woods yet? Are we out of the woods?" Just over and over and over. Thank you, 2015 Taylor Swift.
Is she out of the woods or is she into the woods now?
Do we want to do one more?
Sure, let me find a good one. Okay, I will note that I don't know this song, but enough
Oh, no.
people did a reference to it that I can give you multiple options if you don't get it on the first one.
Okay.
A woman goes on a weekend trip without telling her friend, and so the friend murders her husband.
Okay, I've got 2 guesses. My first one is I did something bad.
Nope.
The other one is bad blood.
Nope.
Damn it.
Would you like another?
This is why we can't have nice things.
Nope.
I just picked a random one that I was looking at. Yeah, what's the other one? I'll give you another one.
A licensed boater has cleaned enough houses.
What? A licensed boater has
Yes.
cleaned enough? Oh, I feel like this one. Chas says shake it off. What?
Why you gotta be so mean? No.
Yeah, I don't think it's mean. Okay, I don't think it's on Evermore.
Ooh, look what you made me do. Look what you made me do. Look what you made me do. Ooh. It's definitely not that one.
It
The
is.
old Taylor is
Look what you made me
dead.
do.
Ah.
She
The old
can't
Taylor
come
can't
to
come
the
to the
phone
phone
right
right
now. Because she's dead.
Oh.
God, it's the most angsty.
It was in her grave
Oh.
and
Is it clean?
Nope. Although that one is on here with a woman just took a shower.
shit. Okay.
Is there another one? Another hint for
There
this
is not another hint for this one.
one? Okay, can you read them both back to me, please?
So that second one was a licensed boater, like speedboat, tugboat,
Yeah.
has cleaned enough houses. And the first one was a woman goes on a weekend trip without telling her friend, and so the friend murders her husband.
I don't know.
It is No Body, No Crime. I have no idea what this song
album is
is.
that from?
I have no idea, but like 2 or 3 people talked about it, so.
Wow.
Oh, it's from Evermore. I completely skipped over that one because I was like, it's not that.
Ah.
I almost said the name of her perfume. What was it? Wonder or something?
Oh, I don't
She had a
know.
perfume, right?
Probably.
I do not know. Would you
I
like?
feel like she had a perfume.
Maybe. I mean, probably. Everyone had a perfume there for a while.
Yeah, I had the Lady Gaga one. It was the best.
Ooh.
Would you like to do a final guess of that one that you passed over earlier? An unfaithful
Yeah.
couple decides to stay together for the aesthetic.
The music really just adds to it.
It does. Like, it gives you that millionaire vibe. The only thing I know about that song was that Gumshoe was singing a parody of that in No Motive, No Crime.
So it's a illicit affairs.
No.
So it's an
Unfaithful couple decides to stay together for the aesthetic.
And this is a song.
Staying together
And this is
forever.
a song that you recognize.
This is a song I recognize the title of.
Shit.
If I give you a name that is mentioned in the song, do you think you could get it?
Yeah, probably.
James Dean.
Oh. Okay, that's Okay, that's off of. I think that's off of the Red album. Shit. James Dean. Shit. Okay, what is it?
Style.
No.
Style? Style?
Style. I actually do really like that song. It's like one of the only ones that I have listened to more than that I've listened to enough to know a little bit more than the chorus.
Yeah.
Wait, what's that one go like?
Oh, you do not want me to sing.
Well, I think I can find it. It's not on 20. It's not on red like I thought it was.
Okay.
Where is it? Style, where are you? I have every fucking album. Oh, it's on 89, that's why.
Chat says I would have answered
Oh.
the Pina Colada song, but I'm pretty sure it's not a Taylor Swift song. You know what? Not with that attitude.
Okay.
Any song can be the Taylor Swift song.
I don't know if you'll be able to hear it now that I'm playing it on my computer.
Mhm.
Can you hear that?
No.
No.
Oh.
We'll send
So
it.
apparently.
Why don't one of us send it to them via text?
Okay.
Like,
yeah.
I don't even. It's weird because I feel like I don't even recognize the title of that song. Like,
I didn't know what
maybe
the title was until like way later, which is funny
Way later?
because she says the name of the song in the title, or she says the name of the title in the song like several times.
We'll never go out of style.
Yeah.
There we go, out of style. Ayo.
Yeah, it's like we've got that look in your eyes.
Hold on.
Yeah.
You look in your eyes.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel the light leaving my eyes.
Here.
Exactly. Any song can be a Taylor Swift song if you have enough money to pay for her to cover it.
True that, bestie. True that.
Here, I also texted it.
Oh, I can hear.
There you go.
We're gonna get copyright struck.
Yeah.
Gotta stop it before she starts singing.
I mean, technically we're doing a remix because it's still with the game audio.
Maverick.
Anyways, it's in your text
Okay.
messages too.
Okay, I'll listen to this after.
Yeah.
She has clouds on her face. Yay.
So the other one you skipped, you want to try it again?
Yeah.
A woman dreams of going on a jungle safari.
Safari.
I think this one is more towards the title rather than the actual part of the song, but I don't know. I know the song, but I only know one line of the song, and it has the song title in it.
Okay. Jungle Safari. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, I delayed in guessing because Maverick brought me a bag of cheese.
Bag of cheese.
How thoughtful of him.
Very nice.
Okay. See, now the trouble is that we've gone through enough
Trouble,
of these
trouble,
songs.
trouble.
It's not trouble. God, it's hard.
Oh my god, there's an entire other thread to do this with.
Hashtag relatable.
So we have another stream of this if you've had fun.
God.
Nice.
And you said that you've recognized the name of the title.
I recognize the name of the title. I will say, I think this is in her later stuff, if that helps.
It does help a little bit.
Here, I can look up the lyrics and see if I can give you a hint that doesn't give it all away. Okay, it came out in 2014, so depending on what you think is her newer
Okay.
stuff.
That definitely was not what I was looking at, so let me backtrack.
Okay.
2014 would be, is that, oh no. I'm gonna guess that that's 1989 then. Wildest Dreams?
Yes.
God. I had kids that through Girl Scouts that when this song came out, was very obsessed,
Mhm.
and so she kind of does the whole like wildest dreams, and then
Mhm.
like they would do that and just like really high pitched like children singing
Oh
of like
no.
wildest dreams,
Oh, no.
and it was like stop.
Oh, no.
Ah. All right. Well, we've managed to waste a half hour doing this. I don't know that we have time
great.
for any more pre-show banter.
Exactly.
I got our whole game out and everything, and we got
Sorry.
derailed.
Sorry,
And then we got swifted.
we got swifted. So, and Taylor Swift, if you would like to sponsor us,
Yeah,
Please don't sue us, Taylor Swift.
exactly. Um,
Actually, bring us on your stream so we can
yeah,
talk.
like we did an accidental remix of one of your songs. It's fine. All right. So recapping. And the background has changed. Yay!
Yay.
So Gregson performed what? Wow, let me try that again. Gregson explained to us what services the Bobby performs, which for those of you who also did not know what a Bobby was, it's the Popo. Reveals that two
Oh, okay.
witnesses claim to have witnessed the
Okay.
moment of the stabbing, and whines about how incompetent Scotland Yard comes across as in the Herlock Sholmes books. Sato took us to Sholmes' residence on Baker Street, where we formally met his roommate Iris Wilson, the stinging punchiest girl we want to adopt, and I will adopt, in case there is any question. I will fight anyone who tries to get her from me. And the
Yes.
true author of the Sholmes books, who embellished details like her age and gender to get readers.
Seems legit.
All right, so let's kick this off.
Yeah.
We are on investigation.
Also,
Part two.
OMG. Okay, so Taylor Swift's perfume is called Wonderstruck. I just looked that up. Thanks, Google.
All right, 19th of February, 2:38 p.m., Briar Road. It looks as though police are still here, carrying on with their investigation.
Perfect. So let's find Inspector Gregson as quickly as possible.
Yeah. And let's see if he'll take a break from his chips to look up that silver tip Iris gave us for him. Oh, that's right. We have small child committing bribery
Oh, nice.
that I will absolutely help her with. I'm so proud. Inspector Gregson, do you have a moment?
I'm sorry to say I don't. I'm a very busy man. Much too busy to talk to a pair of foreign gadabouts, that's for sure. We have bribery.
We have these for you. Present from Miss Iris Wilson.
What? For me? Her ladyship.
Her
lady.
ladyship?
Shit.
I love this child. She will be
that-
mine.
Give that here at once. Come on, hand it over. That's for me.
Ah! Don't wait for me to give it to you, will you? What was that coin exactly?
Yeah, it's a silver crown, obviously, but it's a lot more than that. It's, well, it's an appearance fee, that's what it is.
An appearance fee? Oh, I see. You mean...
That's right, for the adventures of Herlock Sholmes. Her ladyship always offers me a little financial reward, featuring me every time.
Yes, of course. I know all about your exploits, Inspector. I read them avidly.
Of course, her using my name without my say-so does make me the butt of a lot of unpleasant jokes, but still.
I'm sorry, Inspector. That must be difficult for you.
Never you mind that. So, what do you know? What do you want to know then, eh?
Sorry?
Tell the gentleman in black whatever he wants to know. I trust that won't be a problem, it says. Well, obviously it's not a problem. Go on, fire away. What do you want to know?
Well, if you wouldn't mind, Inspector, we'd very much like to know the address of Mr. Natsume's lodgings.
Also, pardon, I think that was a big ass thunderbolt behind me. Anyway, that's that's what happens when we live here.
Yep.
Anyway, that little knife wielding mustache Japanese fellow. He lives in a right old hovel. It's just over there. Look. On the first floor of that house, on the corner where that wreck of a bicycle is propped up.
Why do I get the
Looks like a
feeling that
Salvador Dali.
Yeah. I get the feeling that the bicycle is Natsume's and...
That is nearby indeed.
Yeah, if I remember rightly, the landlord is a Mr. John Garrideb. Garrideb, yes. Right, well. If you see her again, you make sure you give her ladyship my regards, you hear? I mean it. You tell her that Gregson sends his very best wishes.
Don't worry, Inspector. We will.
Gregson happy now. Goodbye for now, then, and long live her ladyship.
Thank you for using the appropriate amount of respect for my future child.
Yes.
Well, at least he told us what we wanted to know before he left.
Yeah. So then, shall we go and see what we can find in Mr. Natsume's lodgings?
Definitely.
Indubitably.
Alright, can I... Yay, new location has been added.
Heyo.
Alright, the lodgings of Mr. Soseki Natsume.
Oh.
19th of February. Mr. Natsume's lodgings. Oh my. Do I need to flip a coin?
I guess.
Alright, someone call it.
And heads?
It is heads.
Okay. May I help you?
Oh my god.
Yeah. Would this be the residence of Mr. John Garadeb?
Oh, indeed it would, sir. And who may I say is calling?
My name is Ryunosuke Naruhodo. I,
Mr. Naruhodo is representing Mr. Soseki Natsume. I believe he takes lodgings here. Jesus.
Oh!
Worse on my English.
I don't know what English is, so it's fine.
We
Fine.
would very much like to ask him some questions about our client.
Oh! One moment, please. I shall convey the message to Mr. Garadeb. Woo!
You see that, Mrs. Sato? That was a real life English maid!
Wow.
That's what you're excited about.
Yeah. What?
And I understand, as I understand it, anyone of standing in English society employs a number of household staff. But that was the first time I've ever seen one in the flesh. Oh, this day keeps getting better.
Certainly
Oh,
feels
dear.
like we've really arrived now, doesn't it?
Oh boy.
It is now England because of maids?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
Okay.
We need only to meet a butler, and and the experience will be complete.
Well, I'm not sure if I'd go that far, but I understand the sentiment.
Oh, thank you for waiting. Mr. Garadeb will see you now. This way.
Oh my.
Oh shit. His head
Wow.
looked like a moon.
Alright, I'm not ready for this, but I guess we'll look
It
at him.
Looks like a moon.
Alright, Mana just took the maid, so Lemur?
Okay. Good day to you, John Garibeb, at your service. Yeah. Pleased to meet you, sir. This is Ryunosuke Naruhodo. He's a defense lawyer.
And I'm a
do
defense queen.
Do excuse me for not getting up. Took a shot to the knee a few years back in the Battle of My Wand. My wand.
My wand.
You know,
It's my wand.
earned a medal for my pains, but had to withdraw from service. Handed over the reins to the up and comings. The up and ups.
So he's a retired soldier.
It's a hell of a job getting up and downstairs now, I can tell you. Don't get out much, as you can imagine.
Yes, it's quite a climb up here to the second floor, isn't it? I was panting at the top of the stairs.
You really must take more exercise, Mr. Naruhodo.
No one asked you.
Shit.
Ugh.
All outposts.
Do you think so?
Well, Mr. Garibub, no doubt you were very courageous to earn yourself a medal. Oh, it was nothing. The medal is just a folderol, really. I understand that they're trying to be like in period, but like also like use words, please. I don't know what that. Obviously, that's a word because they used it, but you know what I mean. Like use words.
They're so like, don't you love period pieces? Anyway.
Apparently, folderol means trivial or nonsensical fuss. It is dated, according to the Oxford Dictionary.
Jesus.
So.
Wouldn't like to offend the general though, so I grudgingly displayed it on the wall. Why don't you fetch it down, Joan? Let these good people see it properly.
You have some tea, sir.
Oh no.
Dash it all, woman. Be careful.
Oh, dearie me, I do beg your pardon, sir.
You jolly nearly took the skin off my hands.
I shall be more careful, sir.
Or else the next time it won't be my hands.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Anyway.
There you have it. Living the quiet life now.
Yeah, I see.
Now then, I hear you want to know about the chap lodging downstairs. Is that right? Yes, we would be very grateful if you could answer some questions for us. Only two, please, naturally, especially if it helps keep the peace here in Blighty.
Who stirs their shit with a pipe? Why? It has tobacco in it, sir. Are you trying to, like, put tobacco in your tea?
It's called
Thank you.
flavoring. It's the only
Okay.
seasoning that the English know.
Tobacco.
Tobacco.
Call outpost, it's fine.
We've forged an alliance with the Empire of Japan recently, as I'm sure you are aware. So this case is very much in the public eye, as it were.
Oh, is it?
Even had some famous detective poking around, you know. This old house, would you believe? Yes, Mr. Herlock Sholmes. Could have been. Didn't catch the chap's name. Not really my cup of tea, all that detective business. Oh, but you have a copy of Rant's magazine here, so...
He's not a fanboy. What are you
No.
taking? Oh,
He's sweating.
that's so funny. Gyarados apparently was from Kansas in the original story, so you gotta give him a Kansas accent. What does a Kansas accent even sound like?
As someone who has just been to Kansas, technically I was in Missouri, but like close enough. The city is split in two. But as someone who has recently been to Kansas City, they just have a normal Midwestern accent. It's nothing.
Okay.
No drawl.
Okay, no draws, no nothing.
Nah.
Okay. Phew!
Anyway, the chap's investigating the phone room as we speak.
So he's in Soseki-san's room.
It's a bully nuisance, is what it is. The whole neighborhood's twitching with its curtains now. I don't like all of this fuss. It's jolly unsettling.
Settling.
About Mr.
Also, if it
Natsume.
was a bubble pipe and he's putting bubble juice in his tea, holy shit.
I mean, to be
And
fair,
beer.
this is like the 1800s, so they might not know it's toxic.
True. Mercury cures everything. No.
Arsenic.
Yes. About Mr. Natsume then, Mr. Garadeb, please do tell us. Yes, the Japanese chap. Only been lodging here for a week.
Oh, just 1 week? So he moved in very recently then.
He said he
I have 2 lodgers most of the time, one on the ground floor and one just below us. The first... Dash it, Joan, be careful. I didn't get to read any of that.
Oh my goodness, I'm terribly sorry, sir. If you want to know my opinion, which is why I just smothered all this tea everywhere, I thought he was a shady sort of from the moment I set eyes on him.
Is it because he's a foreigner, or like what kind of racist reason are we gonna have now?
Oh god, I'm scared.
Oh, why?
Oh, he seemed to have a most nervous disposition, always shaking and looking over his shoulder.
Yeah, that's fair.
Man who had shady written across his sweat-soaked brow, if you ask me. I said to myself, Joan, that man has trouble. Sooner or later, he's going to do something untoward. And I'm rarely wrong about anything, except tea pouring.
We won't be calling this maid as a witness, that's for sure.
Was there anything else that struck you as suspicious about the man at all?
Oh. Oh, yes, it indeed there was.
And she's dying to tell us.
I love gossip. I love to spill the tea, get it? Spill!
Had you noticed anything else at all about your lodger, Mr. Natsume?
Oh.
Wow, Holmes was famously addicted to cocaine? Anyway.
Yep.
Yes.
What?
I didn't know that.
Yep.
Anyway.
Yep.
Oh my word, yes. The man was shadier than an orchard.
Could you elaborate?
Sometimes I say words, but they don't have meaning. Well, take the man's room. Absolutely stuffed full of books it is. More than anyone could ever read. And he never so much as passes the time of day with another living soul. I haven't seen a single visitor call.
Might be
Just-
by design.
He just
Trots off to that old bookshop every single day and comes back at 5 to light the gas fire. And the funny little man is up past the time everyone else in the house has gone to bed too.
I'm realizing this maid would think I was hella suspicious.
hella
Yeah.
sus.
Just living. I see.
And the gentleman on the ground floor goes to bed at around 9 each night. But I've never known that Japanese fellow to retire any earlier than 2 in the morning.
Well,
Ah,
that makes me hella sus, because one
really.
time I went home, I went to sleep at 4. So, shit.
Could you clarify something, I wonder? Doubt it.
What, pray?
How do you know so much about Mr. Natsume's routine?
Oh,
Stalking him.
Stalker.
I'd understand that neither of the lodgers live on this floor of this house. I understood. Is that correct?
What if this maid does turn out to be one of the jurors? Oh, fuck.
the,
Oh, wait, that's Garrett. That's not below.
That's right, yes. They're both below us, on the first floor and the street level. Why is he sweating so much?
To be fair, this man has had an entire pot of tea poured on him at this point.
Yeah, still sus.
Why? Who keeps a cannon in their house? Anyway.
Who doesn't
I
keep
just
a
noticed-
cannon in their house?
I just
With like a
noticed
dress
that.
on top of it.
Right, with a dress on top. Oh, this is where I have my unmentioned.
That's his wife.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, the cannon is his wife. It's canon.
Uh-huh.
And
And that's
that's
Scream,
it. That's
everybody.
Scream.
Sorry.
Then, how is it that you know so much about the lives of your lodgers? We stalk them.
I'm never gonna let this down.
The precise times that they come back in the evening, for example, even the times they go to bed.
The cannon makes
Yep,
for a perfect
there he goes.
ironing board.
Ah!
oh, 40.
Good grief, Joan. Be more careful, woman.
I am trying to end things quickly, sir. I mean, oh my goodness, sir. I'm terribly sorry, sir.
Something doesn't add up here. Apparently, we're not gonna push about it, though. It seems that the incident took place at around 5 in the evening. Did you happen to look out the window at around that time?
The window.
Yep, that thing with glass over there.
Yeah.
Yes, we noticed that the window over there looks out over Briar Road. The incident took place on the pavement just on the far side of the street. Was there anyone suspicious loitering nearby?
Us people.
5 o'clock is dinner time in the Garrett-Deb household. So I'm afraid I don't remember seeing anything. How about you, Joan?
How has Joan not been fired yet? She must have some serious blackmail material on him.
I work for the union.
Anyway.
No, sir. I would have been dusk outside already at that hour.
She doesn't tell anyone that he fucks the cannon, so she gets to stay.
Exactly.
And with the fog as well, I think it would have been quite impossible to see the other side of the road.
Oh, I see.
Did you notice anything else out of the ordinary then? Such as
Or bubble juice, sir.
anything at all, even if it seems unrelated. Well,
Yes? Was there something then?
well, it's nothing particularly significant. For the love of God, Joan, watch what you're doing. You're She would need to
Oh,
open
dearie
her
me,
eyeballs
what
and
have
everything.
I done? I'm awfully sorry, sir.
Do be more careful, woman.
Yeah, of course, sir. If I may, Mr. Narrow Hollow.
Oh,
Oh boy.
I hate that.
yes.
I hate that very much.
I have an exceedingly good memory.
Not good
As
enough to
far-
remember my name, but that's okay.
Exactly, bitch. How dare you? How dare you do that? Narrow. I'm trying to think how she. Well, I mean, it almost rhymes. Anyway,
As far as I remember, nothing of any significance took place here at that hour. Nothing at all.
Oh, really? Mr. Garrideb? The way you were talking before, it sounded rather like there might have been.
con on your bed.
Any motif, sir.
Joan dash it all. What's the matter with you, woman?
Oh, begging your pardon, sir. Nothing happened.
Wink wonk.
This is not
Yes.
sus.
Quite.
I can't even blame him because this man has had hot tea poured on him how many times now?
Yeah, lost count. We should have been counting.
Yeah, really.
Nothing happened. We sat down to a
tea
quiet,
count.
uneventful meal. Joan?
That's right, Mr. Garrideb. Wink wonk.
What's the matter with these two?
Trying to
Why does
hide
she
shit.
Why does she keep saying wink wonk?
Wink wink, nudge nudge.
It sounds like something happened here in this room on the evening of the incident. But what?
I wish I knew.
Fuck the cannon.
Could you tell us which floor Mr. Natsume's room is on?
Why, certainly. So I broke my eyeball. Hold on. Just below us on the first floor. And Mr. Sholmes is investigating there as we speak. All right, we're gonna say that the tea spilling count is 4.
Filled
Oh, wait.
that tea.
Yeah, the gossip count. Gossip count 4.
Gossip count, okay. Also, Iris is the only one who is allowed to give us a nickname, I guess.
Exactly.
She's allowed.
Only she, though.
Yes. Told me Nat's his name had asked him to look into the matter, so I gave him the key. Jesus. Mr. Natsume has engaged Mr. Sholmes' services?
That's a blatant lie. Would
I
it
don't
be alright if we also had a look around? In Mr. Natsume's room, I mean.
Don't see why not. It's just down one flight of stairs.
Who knows if we'll find anything that could help us with the case, but we have to try. You know, this case that I haven't officially taken on yet. We need all the clues we can lay our hands on. Shall we?
Let's get him, Tiger.
Yes, and while we're there, we can speak with Mr. Sholmes again. Perhaps he'll be able to tell us more.
You ready for this, Mana?
No.
Oh.
I'm not. I am not ready for that bitch.
Alright.
But I will try. Time to get all what is the closest I think Tamaki Sumo? Some shit.
Alright, 19th of February, Mr. Natsume's room.
How long did
British
they say he
comedy.
lived there?
A week.
A week.
Jesus.
He
This
has
is a
a
week.
whole ass cat, so
A hoarder.
How do you get that many books in a week?
What?
Jesus.
just look at this place and smell it. It's so musty in here. I suppose it's the mountains of old books that are responsible for that.
How does one navigate?
I thought this was horrifying.
She's like, oh hell no.
Susato's over here like,
This is
This-
her biggest nightmare of all time.
this is like an entire
Right.
ass episode of Hoarders. I'm not going in.
It's like I didn't sign up for this. Like,
I don't think I've
Like,
ever seen so many books in all
oh
my
wait,
life.
is she happy?
No, me neither. It's so dark in here too.
Wait, does she like the books or does she think this bad?
I think and she's not happy.
Yeah.
Is that the window over there?
Well, it was the window, I think. Yes. Once upon a time. But for some reason, it's been closed up with bricks and mortar. So, this is where Mr. Natsume lives.
By the way, I haven't spotted Mr. Sholmes anywhere. Have you?
No,
Buried.
that's true. But according to what Mr. Garadeb told us, the great detective should be around here somewhere investigating.
He's the cat.
Yeah.
We found a cat. We found a playmate for Darka.
Hello.
I'm sure if
Oh,
we
look
pan
at
to the
it!
right, we'd see. Aww.
I love it! Oh, the big stretch! Goodbye! No, come back!
Oh my god, come back!
Gone forever.
Oh,
Oh
kitty!
my, what an adorable little cat. Maverick.
Come back.
Perhaps he's looking after all the books while his master is away.
I don't know about that. He disappeared into that pile of books as quick as a flash. It was a tricolor Mika, wasn't it? They even have that kind of cat here in Great Britain?
I was trying to remember what cat was Japanese because my brain only was coming up with Spanish.
Neko!
Do you know what it is in
Oh.
Spanish?
Gato.
Gatito.
Gato.
Mi gatito. Anyway.
That's actually that's probably one of the first fun fact about me. It's probably one of the first Spanish words that I learned because my grandma always calls cats gatos.
Oh.
I like it.
Anyway, perhaps Mr. Natsume brought the little creature with him from Japan.
That's made
Not
me.
on our boat.
Yeah, really.
I'm
That's made me feel homesick now.
on a boat.
My swim trunks. My flippy floppies.
We go there.
Full Lonely Island recreation by you two.
You can't just say I'm on a boat and not expect
A continuation.
I
the
just need to
swim
know.
trunks and the flippy floppies.
I just need to know which one of you is Andy Samberg.
Me. I'm in December. Anyway.
Already? We've only been in the country for 2 days. Yeah, but it took us a month to get here, bitch.
Yeah,
I spent most of it in a closet.
exactly.
Lazy Sunday.
Well.
Wake up in the late afternoon. Anyway.
Oh look, it's a beckoning cat from home.
It's a bit big and bulky, isn't it? Surely Mr. Natsume didn't bring that Maneki Neko all the way from Japan with him.
You can have that. Dibs on Akon for the I just had sex cover. Yeah, that's fine. You can have that.
You can have that, yes.
Can I be part of the dick in a box recreation?
Step one,
Yes,
put
you
your
can.
dick
In a box.
God.
As a stream to first Taylor Swift and now
We're
the Lonely Island.
We're devolving focus.
We're anamorphing into random music.
I hardly think you're in a position to comment, Mr. Naruhodo. You forgetting the enormous
Daruma.
Daruma doll that you brought in your luggage?
Well, it can be dangerous traveling abroad. Wanted a lucky charm.
Isn't there a Pokemon that is such a...
Well, imagine Mr. Natsume wanted the same. And this cat is sure to beckon good luck to him.
It's not doing a very good job so far, is it?
Yeah, because his
Not
little
really,
paw
no.
supposed to
Yeah. Aneki neko. It beckons fortune.
Oh.
So that's why he's unlucky, is because the cat's paw's not moving.
Mm-hmm.
You mustn't say such things.
I didn't say a word! Why are
Get
my eyes
wrecked.
such a giveaway?
Because you
Aneki
look
neko,
like
are
you're
you
on
okay?
drugs.
Fine.
Like you're on
I only take a little bit of cocaine before trials. It's
every
fine.
trial. Every trial. Every trial.
Look at all these
Who's
balls
the
on the
dealer?
floor. I gotta find a new dealer now that we're here in England. I'm hoping that the prosecutor can hook me up. Look at all these balls of paper on the floor. There are notes scrawled all over them. In English. Looks like the waste paper basket is so full they've just fallen out.
I think Mr. Natsume must have been deeply immersed in his research, don't you?
Or deeply averse to tidying up his mess.
I wouldn't like to speculate which is closer to the truth. I mean, you started it.
Yeah.
True that, bestie.
Look at all those
Hey, Mildred.
books stacked up there. They almost reach the ceiling.
They're all works of English literature, and they all smell so musty.
With this volume of books in hand, you'd never be short of reading material, would you?
No, what a dreamy idea.
A bad dream, maybe. For me, at least. Mind you, I don't imagine the book that's at the bottom of the pile now will ever be read again.
So reading is an experience that comes but once in a lifetime. Reading it is. Just as the tea ceremony teaches us.
I certainly didn't expect the conversation to turn down the path of tea ceremony philosophy. Fine, Susato's get sentimental. Could you even call this a window?
I think so. It was a window at one time, after all. Although all that remains is a frame around some bricks now. Or a frame around some bricks now.
So, really, it's just a wall then, isn't it? But why would anyone deliberately brick it up like that?
Sus.
Mm-hmm.
I'm afraid I have no idea. Perhaps Mr. Natsume painted the brick design on a fit of whimsy.
Ugh, that's alarmingly feasible. Anyway, whatever the reason, the lack of ventilation in here makes the place very oppressive.
It does. I imagine being cooped up in a room like this would be extremely trying. We should pan over and see if we. Oh, no. I just imagine that, like, just off screen, Sholmes is doing something really fucking weird.
Oh, I'm sure he is.
is.
I'm just letting
Oh.
him do it for now.
Yeah, just
That desk seems to be wedged into a crevasse between the mountains of books on either side.
I suppose Mr. Natsume would sit there and read while stroking his cat. But surrounded on all sides by these towering old tomes. Really, he dreamt of books every night as well.
reading rainbow.
Yes, he must have done, mustn't he? Oh, what's this? It's a receipt from a secondhand bookshop. Your books.
Oh, yes. Mr. Natsume's name is on it, look. And the date of purchase. 2 days ago at 4:45 p.m. That's the day of the incident.
It's just a short while before he was embroiled in the terrible attack. He must have been on his way back from buying some old books.
Yay, we got one piece of evidence that we can use.
One Piece. Da, da,
Alright, Hey, buddy. He's just,
Oh no.
he's just hanging. He's just chilling.
Weird that he's just been sitting there the whole time, though.
Yeah.
Just
Look,
listening
Mr.
to our
Naruhodo.
conversation.
Okay, please remember the last time we met him for the first time, he was crawled on the desk looking under it.
Like a
Yeah.
spider.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's pretty normal, actually.
Mm-hmm.
By
Ha!
comparison.
There he is. Where did he appear from?
Where's Waldo? Where's Holmes?
He seems to be engrossed in the pages of an old book. I hope he won't mind if we disturb him.
He's
Hello,
disturbing
Mr.
with-
Sholmes.
Ew. Oh, you two, good day.
You're getting like
Wow,
weirdly
it's
it's
brilliant.
Crocodile Hunter, and I love it.
I just switched my personality because I've been drinking cocaine. Now let me see. Where was it that we met?
Yes, I want one drink of cocaine, please.
Yeah.
Oh, Mr. Sholmes, we were together on the SS Buria? Is that how we... Buria? I don't
Yeah,
know. I don't
Buria.
remember how we
Yes.
couldn't remember what we
the
decided.
hall.
Oh, let me see what happened on the voyage.
It was Kazuma Asogi. He died tragically. But you were a great help to us.
Oh, yes, but of course, the case of Mr. Asugi. It was the one with the snake, was it? The snake?
Oh,
Well, you seem to remember something of it at least.
Crikey, a snake, danger, danger.
Damn it.
what an honor to be remembered vaguely by the great Herlock Holmes.
Vaguely.
This is Mr.
Oh, no, my dear madam, hold your tongue. I pride myself on my superior powers of recollection. Your names are safely recorded in my brain attic.
Doesn't have quite the
They're not
sound
gonna
of Mind
call it Mind
Palace, but
Palace.
yeah.
Miss Naruho Do.
Eh.
And Mr. Susato. Nailed it.
Try the other way around, Mr. Sholmes.
Oh, I lose the first round. Oh, I'm a hot mess. Emphasis on. In truth, I had hoped to invite you both to my Baker Street suite the day we arrived in London. Some Scotland Yarders ambushed me in the railway station and whisked me away to a crime scene. It was entirely a trivial case, of course. I solved the matter in no more than 30 minutes.
So they apprehended Soseki-san in that short an amount of time?
I'm afraid the pursuance of a new case was dulled my recollection of my past involvement a little.
Little.
A little, yes. It's a mistake to think that one's brain attic has elastic walls that descend into any extent. I do my best to forget useless facts, lest they should elbow out on the useful ones. Ah, yes, those are my own words of inimitable wisdom, you know, from an adventure titled A Study in Scarlet.
Please, there's no need to quote yourself.
I quote myself all the time because I am me. I don't always remember my pearls of wisdom, but fortunately my associate pens them beautifully.
He means Iris, I
10,
suppose.
you know.
Yeah. This 10-year-old makes me sound real cool, is basically how I translated that.
Basically.
Mr. Sholmes, we have some extremely important questions to ask you about the trivial case you just mentioned.
Oh, goodness, what an earnest expression. My dear madam, I should be only too pleased in this murky room, an apt place to discuss the murky case.
Alright. We ready for this?
No.
Whatever this is about to be.
No, I'm not.
We know this to be the lodgings of a Japanese foreign student by the name of Soseki Natsume. It seems that you assisted in his arrest, Mr. Sholmes. for the stabbing of a young woman outside here on Briars Road.
Natsume. Yes, I believe it was a name rather along those lines. Yeah.
But Mr. Natsume denies it. Was it really justifiable to arrest him on so little?
I'm sorry, Miss Sutato, but I have not the slightest idea what you mean.
What?
I can't believe he was looking Sato-san squarely in the eye while feigning ignorance.
I assure you, I am not merely feigning ignorance. It would appear as the pair of you are under some misapprehension.
Oh? How?
Because I said so. I assure you, I have no recollection of accusing your stooped compatriot of the crime.
But that doesn't make sense.
The good detective of Scotland Yard made the following request of me, and I quote verbatim. We need you to ascertain the identity and whereabouts of a man fleeing the crime scene.
A man seen fleeing.
There was a number of books scattered on the pavement on the scene. From the book plates, I was quickly able to determine the bookshop from which they'd been purchased. On speaking with the proprietor, I was immediately led to this address. Elementary, wouldn't you say? I believe there is a receipt around here somewhere in the establishment in question.
So, you don't think Mr. Natsume is the culprit then?
That I could not tell you. But I was aggravating my faculties, hence why I returned here. However, this place is such a trove of fascinating books, I found myself quite lost in bibliophily. Bibliophily. Yes, that is the word. Do not be deceived into believing that I am a man of leisure. No, no, no.
Oh dear.
No. I am not lazy. Tell me. Have you encountered the landlord of these lodgings?
Yeah, Mr. Garadeb, a retired military man.
It was the first time I've ever met a soldier from the great British institution that is the service.
And it was the first time I've ever met a maid from the Great British Institution that is service.
Oh, yes.
I didn't think it was that funny.
Well, I did. I do apologize. As you may have well been aware, my households in London employ a maid.
Yes, I read as much in my Great Britain primer.
Oh, and so conversely, whether or not a household employs a maid has come to betoken a social standing of those dwelling therein.
Betoken their social standing? Sorry?
Yeah, put simply, my dear fellow, those who employ at least a single maid are considered middle class. Those who do not are beneath that. In the upper echelons of society, of course, households employ enough staff to constitute a large family.
Goodness, how extraordinary.
As you can appreciate from those on the precarious boundary between the middle and lower classes. Being able to afford just one maid is the first importance.
I had no idea.
And it is for precisely that reason that I find great stimulation in the situation upstairs. Specifically in the retired Army veteran, Mr. John Garreteb.
Oh?
Yeah, affable as he is, the fellow is hiding something. Whether or not it imposes on the circumstances of this case, I am yet as unable to ascertain. But if
Maverick.
you ask me, it's definitely the canon.
Maverick, if
Definitely
you want me
doing
to
that.
keep scratching your butt, you're gonna have to turn around.
Keep
That's what I was.
misbehaving.
No, he wants me to scratch his butt.
Fair.
That's all he wants.
Everyone maybe needs a good butt scratch now and again. I don't know. Maybe that people are into that. Dogs definitely.
Dogs definitely.
People probably ask before you scratch.
Yeah,
I'm thoroughly
always gain consent.
exactly. Consent is important. No means no.
Full sentence.
I'm thoroughly lost on what he means to say.
It's okay. I'm not following what's happening.
Basically, Garreteb
Yes.
is sketch.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for.
This room is thoroughly suffocating for the soul, my dear fella. I assure you, any man who's lost to dwell in a place as this will stab somebody sooner or later.
Did Herlock Sholmes just really say, "Bitch, you live like this"?
Yes.
Mr. Natsume has stabbed no one.
Oh, but sooner or later, as he said.
I don't believe that is the true issue here.
About this dark little room, Mr. Sholmes. Why is there no longer a window? Do you have any idea?
No window.
Well, I mean, I can clearly see that there is a window of sorts.
I mean, that's one
Ah.
way to phrase it. You can pick your friends and you can pick your butt, but you can't pick your friend's butt.
Incredible.
Unless
10 out of
they
10 quote
agree.
of the year.
If they say yes, then, you guys do you. But it's been completely blocked with bricks.
Oh, I see. I see. The answer to that question is quite simple. Window tax.
Window tax? What is that?
It's a tax on Windows. Microsoft.
Surely not a tax on Windows.
Precisely that.
Oh my goodness.
Until relatively recently, a tax was levied on households in this country by a number of their windows. Those of lesser means, having inherited a sizable and costly family home, perhaps rapidly closed windows up, while the rich opened windows there and everywhere, in an effort to curry favor with those in power, furnishing them with large sums of tax money.
How awful and unjust. Forcing people to live in rooms devoid of light.
Indeed, disease was rife as a result.
We need to stage a revolt. We'll throw all the windows into the water. It'll be called the London Window Party.
Yes, it's the London Window Party now. So, some 40 years ago, or thereabouts, the window tax was abolished. But its legacy remains, as you can see, in a squalling lodging such as this, for example.
I suppose Mr. Natsume's stipend for living here in London isn't very generous, perhaps.
It would appear so. I've done little digging. And discovered that these lodgings were offered for an extraordinarily low price.
I get the feeling, and this is just my feeling, but I think that the landlord set up Natsume.
Oh, that too.
I
Has to be.
think it's the maid. Because the room is so awful, I should think.
Apparently,
Butler did it. Sorry.
apparently, Mr. Natsume only moved in here about 1 week ago.
Yes, that's correct. However, I don't believe the low rent is explained by the shabby nature of this accommodation.
Oh?
Still, that is of little relevance here, a matter not worthy of further attention.
Are you sure? I'm curious now.
Well, I believe I've told you all I can now.
Thank you, Mr. Sholmes.
Oh, thank you, my dear boy. Ah, yes, Mr. Naruhodo. Was it not your intention to become a practitioner of law?
Huh? You remembered that, did you?
Will you perhaps be offering your services in this very matter, I wonder? To the occupant of this room, Mr. Natsume, was it?
I'm not sure.
Not sure. On what grounds?
Well, I actually defended someone else in court here only yesterday.
Oh, yesterday. Oh, really? Well then, I congratulate you, sir, on an ambition realized, and so promptly too.
The thing is, it's really made me question things. Am I right to believe in my clients? To trust in their innocence? Why am I telling all this to Herlock Sholmes?
Yeah, this guy.
Yes, trust.
Mr. Sholmes, Mr. Natsume didn't do it, did he?
Oh, my dear fellow, I haven't the first idea.
Oh, but I thought that's why you were here. Didn't you come back to investigate?
Yes, that was indeed the initial intention. But there are simply too many fascinating folks here. I couldn't possibly ignore them.
Oh, I see.
I like books. Nevertheless, I like to smell them. There are two facts that I can state quite
Jesus.
unequivocally. They smell like things I like. Anyway, the man who fled the scene of the crime 2 days ago was the Japanese occupant of this room, and there were witnesses to swear to having seen the same man commit the crime. That is all I can say. Oh, and one more thing.
Oh, it's my turn to talk. What is it, Mr. Sholmes? Tell us.
I imagine Susato's been standing there in rapt attention. Please tell us more, Mr. Sholmes, please.
I feel like we're the exact opposites. Like I kind of have the there's that meme that's like I'm spinning like a ballerina. Like that's my brain right now, and she's just focused. She's hanging off of every word. I'm getting about every other. We're opposites.
That's in my head, right?
Anyway,
Oh yeah.
I cannot say with any certainty whether or not it is of relevance to this case, but I'm quite sure that the retired army man who owns this property is hiding something.
Mr. Garadeb is? Mr. Sholmes said as much before, actually, didn't he?
Anyway, at present, That is really all that plays in my mind in relation to this case.
Mr. Naruhodo, as yet our investigations have uncovered nothing that could help establish Mr. Natsume's innocence.
No, you're right. Perhaps it's time we probed a little deeper into Mr. Garrett secret.
Just remember, I cannot be sure whether the landlord's secret will prove to be of relevance or not. But I wish you every success, of course, Mr. Naruhodo.
A busy man indeed. He's gone back to his book at the corner of the room.
Of course he has.
I shall be here amongst my people.
Oops, not what I meant to do. Blah, 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 yeah.
He's trying to find the cat so he can pet it.
There we go.
Let's be honest. Pretty sure that's what's going on.
Yep, he's still there.
Yep. Okay. Never mind. He's still there.
Is that what Natsume's been sleeping in?
Oh no, that's sad. It's so sad.
Alright, let's go harass the shitty landlord.
Diddy landlord, yeah.
I'm thinking after we're done with that segment, it might be a good stopping point.
Sounds good. 19th of February,
That
Mr.
man
Garrett's
took the
room.
wind out of us.
Yeah, really.
Ah, you pair again. Tell me, was the detective chap, I forgot his name, still at work down there? Excuse me.
That was great.
Mr. Herlock Sholmes? Ah, yes, rings a vague bell. All that detective business isn't really my thing, I'm afraid.
Well, Mr. Sholmes is in his element down there.
Jolly good show.
The most British thing.
Another cup of tea, if you please, Joan.
He just wants another cuppa.
Spill that tea, sir.
Now then, why don't you tell me what? Ah!
Tell me
Got it that time.
why
For the umpteenth time, woman, will you watch what you are volley well doing?
No. I shall be serving dinner shortly, sir. Wink wonk.
Yes. Of course, dinner. Serving the dinner for us. Our dinner.
Would you like steamed broccoli, sir?
Spinach puffs.
Spinach puffs. Damn it!
Actually.
I was very close.
Oh.
My spinach puffs.
Frightfully rude of me, but I'm afraid I shall have to ask you to take your leave, if you'd be so kind. I forgot this was me. Oh yes, of course. We are deeply grateful for all your assistance. Not at all. Not at all. Don't get much chance to talk with young foreigners like yourselves. It's been a pleasure. Best of luck and all that. Perhaps you could see yourselves out. Gotta conspire with my maid a little bit.
Goodbye, bitches.
According to Mr. Sholmes, Mr. Garrett is hiding something. And since no other avenues of investigation seem open to us at the moment, perhaps we should do some digging. While he's just sitting in here watching us.
His wife is canon. That's what it is.
It looks like a Medal of Honor, and it is showcased on a very grand banner.
Yeah, it's displayed with some pride, I would say. Although, it bothers me that it's not straight. Leave the gay medal alone.
What? That old thing?
Sorry?
I told you to leave.
He said leave. We heard poke around in my house a little.
Yeah.
That should. I should be glad to see that. What? I should be glad to see the back of it, but the general would turn in his grave if I disposed of it.
Find a quick cup of coffee, then take him out and finish the job.
The wall's the best place for it. Keeps the bally thing out of my way.
So it's just been polished to a shine by accident, I suppose.
Hyphen. There appears to be an inscription on the metal itself. Look. We see. It says, for distinguished participation.
Sounds like the kind of honors even I could be in line for.
Well, one doesn't like to blow one's own trumpet, but I was given that for my time in the army. Can't measure an officer by the number of medals to his name, of course. Common knowledge in military circles.
Alright, here's his wife. That's a full-size cannon! What's it
Finally
doing in
made
here?
sense.
Oh my, it's real. I thought it might be a replica. It
He
makes me
only
think of-
puts his dick in the real thing.
It makes me think of in Mary Poppins, the neighbors that have like set off the cannon on like the hour on their roof. That's this guy.
That's this guy, yeah.
That old thing, bah, it's a little more than a toy. Oh boy, honey.
Sorry?
The army was selling it off when I retired, so I decided to give it a new home. Never know when the enemy might attack next. Jolly useful to have a cannon about the house.
Really? It isn't overkill?
In a couple hundred years from now, Americans will think that it's totally normal to have weapons of war in their house also. So, like, this seems normal. Be prepared, I always say. You never know what this twisted world is going to throw at you next, boy.
You can
Need a
just say
cannon for-
you like fucking the cannon.
Yeah.
Do you think there may be trouble brewing, Mr. Gara Deb?
Trouble. And you were trouble, dear.
I'm sorry. I got too
I
lost.
watched this.
Always is. Take Joan here. Never fails to have a clean apron in reserve. Dries them over the barrel, you see. That's what's hers.
Mm-hmm.
They dry very well on the cannon there, Joan tells me, which rather proves my point, I feel. So it's a
It's-
clothing rack.
Been reduced to a drying rack. No wonder the huge cannon looks like it's hanging its head in shame.
It is reduced to
Hey,
cannon
Mavericks.
wife rack.
That uniform looks fairly ancient, doesn't it?
It's rude.
How old
Don't
is
be
he
rude.
then? How old is he then?
It's clearly been well looked after, though. Oh, there's probably, yeah. What if the cannon is hiding evidence, or the cannon is hiding evidence under the apron? That old thing? Ha! Nothing, or not much better than rags, really.
Oh?
Wore that ceremonial garb at my retirement bash, you know. I don't know. That's what you're telling me. But I'm not one for dwelling on the past. Would have gladly thrown it out, but you know how it is. Yeah, you keep telling us.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah, it's a problem.
doesn't hurt to have the old piece of memorabilia lying around, does it? Oh, I see.
Perhaps we should leave the past in the past. Are those giant... Are those mortar shells? They're enormous!
I hadn't noticed. What are they doing here?
Being themselves. himself.
Need to shoot something out of the cannon.
I thought he was gonna put the maid in the cannon. That's what chat said. Anyway. Ooh, what if the cannon is hiding evidence under the
Those old things. Couple of little rounds I accidentally fired into the barracks during training, you know. Became a bit of a colorful regiment folklore. A bit of colorful regiment folklore.
You mean you deliberately hunted out the spent shells?
Well, I wouldn't say deliberately. Exactly. They're only scrap iron after all, usually just thrown away, I believe. But you never know when things might come in useful, do you?
Useful
I
for
wonder
what exactly?
if he ever used his beard as a sword.
Yes, well.
I feel like the top of his head would be a better weapon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a unicorn. But also, like, I know this is, like, really weird, but his entire face just reminds me of, like, the moon with the face in Soul Eater.
Mm-hmm.
You can see it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Joan here did manage to knock one of the bally things on my foot the other day while she was dusting. Oh, no. Hadn't shed a tear since 1869 before then, you know?
Maybe reconsider throwing them away? Am I the only one who thinks that he has a few too many war things to have actually served in war? That portrait
He's
of...
trying to compensate.
Yeah, like, he's trying to make everyone believe he's a military man, but actually isn't.
Yeah, it could be all set up.
That portrait of Mr. Garadeb is glaring at me, I swear.
He's just an accountant.
Have you noticed that all the little frames contain photographic prints of Mr. Garadeb as well?
Yeah, and there seems to be a statue of a lion on the mantelpiece as well.
Ah, yes. Seemed to come back from the local pawnbroker with that little trinket.
Seem to come back? What do you mean?
I stole it. The chap who runs the place is a Bali wizard. Went in to sell him something and came out with that thing. In point of fact, now I think about it, I rather often find myself leaving the place with something I don't need. The lion ornament certainly does seem surplus to requirements.
Hisato-san doesn't pull her punches, or her throws for that matter.
Look at that enormous screen. It must have been put there deliberately, surely.
Yeah. Certainly seems like someone's trying to hide something from view. What could be behind it, I wonder?
I'm going to have a very quick look, just a little peek.
Ahem.
Maybe let's not, Miss Hisato. I think the maid is going to head us off with a cup of tea.
I sure am.
Mm-hmm.
Ahem. Double ahem.
OMG, I'm so
Oh
glad
my
I'm
god.
revealing Camp Laszlo. Wait, what the hell is that? Oh my god. Oh no.
Hey, Maverick!
At least he doesn't look like a spider this time.
Maverick!
But he thinks he's Spider-Man.
What's he doing over there?
I know Herlock Sholmes is being a nuisance, but that doesn't mean you need to be too.
There's only room for one of us, chap.
Jesus. It's me. I'm picking up the shit that Maverick just knocked over. Hold on, sorry.
Yep.
Mr. Schultz?
Haha! We meet again, my dear fellows. It's only been like 1 second.
Good gracious, when did you sneak in here?
Herlock Sherm, sir, at your service.
Came through the window.
Whatever were you doing by the window?
I am given to watching the evening sky as it sunsets, madame. Yes, sadly cheerful as the room downstairs undoubtedly is, lacks the aperture for such observation. So I took the liberty of borrowing a small corner of the space by the window up here.
He's just batshit crazy.
Yes.
Well,
Keeping
He's
an eye to
Crayola.
one's windows at dusk is the prudent thing to do in London, I'm gathering.
Ah, and another thing, Mr. Naruhodo.
Me?
I thought perhaps you might be in need of a certain great detective's great mind.
Oh! Wait, he's not talking about... Is he? I didn't expect to be going through that again so soon.
Oh, yes. Your body is ready.
do you mean... Oh, wait, Mr. Schultz?
There is a mighty secret in this modest room. My eyes see even the most trivial of trifles. I take it you're prepared, Mr. Naruhodo.
I think so.
Oh, goody. This is just the time enough for my greatly admired great deductions. Let us conclude the matter before dark.
Alright, great deduction time.
Mr. Garadeb, though it would seem you are a military man of considerable distinguished service, your standing as a landlord most certainly not what one might call first rate.
Them's fighting words.
Indeed. I'm afraid, sir, that it is all too clear to me. There are two conclusions I have been able to draw by carefully observation of your living arrangements.
I beg your pardon.
The first is that even as we speak, you are concealing the presence of a ferocious beast in your care.
What?
Shit.
Eh?
Sweating. Oh, and the second is that the result of the beast's violent rampage, you have lost something very dear to you.
Hey, guys. Dog shit. Go mess around somewhere else, please. Finn. Mr. Naruhodo, look. Finn, look.
The old man's broken out into a cold sweat. Unbelievably, it seems Mr. Sholmes' conclusions are both spot on.
I'm so good at this.
How could you possibly... Finn, I would... Thank you.
No, how could I possibly know? You mean to inquire? Hmm? The answer couldn't be simpler, sir. For in the dense jungle of logic and reasoning, I am the king of beasts.
Huh.
Rawr.
Yeah.
And I know only too well that the wild beasts are not easily tamed. No one could tame me. So, shall we begin? Once again, Herlock Sholmes is proud to present Logic and Reasoning Spectacular.
All right.
Damn.
The game is afoot. Topic 1. Nature of the beast.
Oh no.
It certainly shouldn't take a great detective to see that fearsome beast has been on the rampage as of late with these 4 walls. Thus, we are faced with the question, what form might the beast take? For a man with a military breeding, your eyes are uncommonly candid. Also, you seem to be in profile the entire time. Your furtive glance, Mr. Garrett Deb, leads you directly to the answer. The true nature of the beast that has run rampant here is revealed by that lion statue. Ah yes, though an army man, you appear imposing at best. A fact that, fueled by your admiration for the mighty lion, the king of beasts.
What is this piffle, I ask you? Piffle?
Piffle, I think.
Yeah,
Piffle?
Peeful.
Mm.
Clearly Peeful.
Piffle.
Piffle.
But it's a Peeful.
Oh, I think it's Piffle because
Yeah.
like in Cardcap Tsubasa, whatever, it was like Piffle Princess, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, I noticed things. Anyway, in the end, your admiration became so great, in fact, that you had a living, breathing specimen shipped from India, which you tried to keep in this very house. We broke him in his
Never.
neck.
Oh, boy.
Yet, living with such a wild beast proved more difficult than you had imagined. The chilling traces of wild rampage are very still much in evidence. Well, maid said well. Yet, as we look around, the beast in question fails to present itself. Where could this angry creature have disappeared to? Where could this angry creature have disappeared to, madam? Me? I pray do not consider me unchivalrous, but it is plain to me, with one glance in your direction. Is it? It is? Oh, your dress pocket gives a handsome clue to the beast's current whereabouts. For protruding from its hand-billed advertisement to a circus show. Oh! Yes, you sought to dispose of this terrifying lion, Mr. Garadeb. A batty circus. A traveling show currently sojourning in a nearby park. I have observed the tents. You sold the savage lion, sir, to the circus troupe.
I most certainly did not.
I believe I have made my point. The fearsome beast which ran amok in this room was an Indian lion. And a simple visit to the circus now will reveal the lions prancing jubilantly through a ring of fire.
So the conclusion
That
is
is
a
my story, and
rampaging
I'm sticking to it.
Asiatic lion. Topic 2. Aftermath.
Now, Mr. Garadeb. It is plainly clear that you still have deep feelings for this formidable beast. Indeed, in that blithe pose, the distress his loss has caused you is veritably tangible. He's like, what's this bullshit? Your head weighs heavy on your shoulders. The pain you feel revealed by that supporting arm. In fits of tears, you let your beloved beast go. strain of losing something so dear to you is clearly visible in your visage.
Nonsense, man. I simply.
Don't believe my bullshit. But what, we must ask ourselves, is the true cause of this pain? It's the canon, isn't it? And we need only to follow the direction of your gaze to find the answer. Oh yes, it is a pile of bills that has given rise to pain you suffer. Every envelope contains another demand for payment. Oh. 4 cartloads of meat, potatoes, wheat, tea. Indeed, feeding your beloved has been devastating impact on your financial circumstances of your household.
Is he feeding the lion tea?
And potatoes?
I mean, like, potatoes. Or at least,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Sure. And so you had no choice but to let it go.
Hold on, though. But with all the love of in my heart, potatoes are, well, I don't know.
Amazing.
Love you.
Incredible.
Yes, well,
Iconic.
You can put that on my gravestone. Make us a
No, that's
t-shirt
gonna
for
be
it.
the next t-shirt.
Yeah.
That's the t-shirt.
What follower
that's
account
the
do we have to
acrylic
get for
charm.
that one?
That's the acrylic charm. Yes.
I feel like that's like the initiative, like, you know, if we set up like a Patreon, like that's just like the everybody gets one of those.
Yes.
Just a sticker
Potatoes.
that says, at least potatoes. I don't know.
Yes, at least potatoes. I don't know. Beautiful. Now, in a final fit of rage, the ferocious beast carried out one last unimaginable attack. Unimaginable? Though, the aftermath of which can clearly be seen by observing the carpet overhead. A very expensive woolen carpet, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, dearie me. What could have caused such a destructive outburst?
Oh. I turned into a werewolf.
This time, madam, I'm afraid it is you who has inadvertently revealed the truth to me. Your wondering eye has settled upon the answer very neatly indeed. Yes, to explain the dire state of the carpet, we need only look at the Tower of Cakes. Definitely coming from within a prison. Ah! There is no creature more dangerous in this earth than a beast with an insatiable appetite. No Snorlax. Was it, or was it not? Not once by such a noble woman. If they have not bread, let them eat cake. Food is the heart of all tragedy, in fact.
I don't know.
Remember that
Potatoes are
one
pretty
case
out of
with the
now.
steak.
Whatever you mean.
Having tired of the taste of cake, the beast began to stalk to its next prey. I'm sure I need not spell out the nature of this final act of destruction carried by the beast. There is only one logical conclusion. A lion stabbed a woman last night.
That
Worked into a frenzy by hunger, the lion attacked and ate the carpet. The teeth marks in the carpet are a perfect match for those with a lion I once saw in India.
So the conclusion is, carpet gnawed on by the starving lion.
Sure.
okay.
Thus concludes Herlock great deduction of the beastly puzzle. I
Yeah.
came here to kick ass and drink tea, and I'm all out of cat.
Look at its fucking face. Yep, I knew that was coming. What's the matter with you, Joan? Get your shit together, Joan. You're pouring scalding hot tea all over me.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Carrot Dip. I'm afraid I didn't notice.
My deductions can be started in a shop. It stands to reason that you cup runneth over. Indeed, my revelations can make people spill tears at times too. And other things.
Oh!
Mr. Sholmes, sorry to butt in again, but could I make an observation?
You want a turn, boy? Why, certainly, Mr. Naruhodo, what is it again?
Well, your deductions just now. Do you really think a lion could have fit inside a room of this size?
Indeed. It is the only explanation for the facts. The only one. The terrifying truth is all too often lies beyond the realms of common sense, like my brain.
But wouldn't it be an idea to consider what lies inside the realms of common sense as well?
No. That's not the world I live in, boy.
But if an uncaged lion had run amok in this very room, surely Mr. Garadeb and his maid would have been hurt, or worse.
That's where you are stuck. No doubt the former military man held his own against a beast using a large cannon.
I thought you said they sold the lion to the circus.
Details.
And what about the food? Meat and potatoes are one thing.
Werewolf Maid Joan versus Vampire Prosecutor Van Zeeks Ryunosuke Isabel.
Oh no.
Oh god.
Clearly the answer to this.
But I don't believe I've ever heard of a lion that drinks tea.
Ah, my dear Mrs. Otto, it occurs to me with some regularity that irrespective race of breeding wherever anyone lands on great British soil, they are infused with a highly appropriate taste for afternoon tea.
Yeah, not a thing. I can say. Very definitively. I was never a fan of British tea.
Oh, what a glorious notion.
I do like the little, like, cakes and stuff that they serve, though. Just keep your tea.
It ain't
Well,
great.
then,
Britain.
Mr. Naruhodo, it's your turn to shine again.
I had a feeling that was coming.
Time to correct this bitch's mistakes.
Sorry. a slight massage. Okay. I was like, a slight message? No.
Right. Same.
If you could probably all hear the gears turning in my head.
Yeah,
I was
it's
like,
like-
what? That's all Mr. Sholmes' deductions need. You can do it.
Thinking about things within realm of common sense is what I have Iris for. Between the two of us, we can solve every mystery.
Pretty much.
Excellent. I've been waiting for my trusty partner in deduction to step forward, Mr. Naruhodo.
We don't even know yet whether or not this is going to help with Mr. Natsume's case. Still, uncovering the truth is always worthwhile, whatever the motivation. At least, that's what I want to believe.
Good lad. Let us start again. From the beginning. Of Sherlock Holmes, logic and reasoning is spectacular.
All right.
Not to-
Course correction. Hold it, Mr. Sholmes.
That profile though, of us
It's like, wait a minute, bitch.
with the freaking sword.
Sent me. Oh,
I
no.
apparently need to look
God
at that
damn
next
it.
time. Like, remind me.
God Damn
Oh,
it.
okay.
Oh no. Oh no.
All right. I think we can skip through anything that we've already seen.
Exactly.
So appears
Just-
some
just
Beast
keep
has been on
going.
rampage. Faced with the question, what form might the beast take? And he looks.
Jojo, pose, pose.
Leads us to the answer. The true
It is
nature
a lion.
is a lion statue.
Sure it is.
I really didn't see the lion thing coming.
No one did.
No. But if you observe Mr. Garadeb's reaction, it rather seems as though some beast did indeed run amok here in this room.
Yeah, something with a very fierce nature.
Amok. But it couldn't have been a lion transported from India.
So what was it then?
We must follow Mr. Garadeb's gaze. That will lead us to the true answer.
Alright. I'm gonna guess it's the mortar shell. These are shells for the cannon, are they? What a strange place to keep them.
I imagine they have some significance to Mr. Garadeb from his time in the army. Of course. Oh, wait, did I just read your line?
Nope.
Okay, I was like, wait. Of course, he mentioned a battle to us before, didn't he? I hate this one because it's harder for me to, like, even though, you know, like, it's just so little the difference between who's talking. Do you remember? He said that he had been shot in the knee. Perhaps it was one of these that hit him?
If
He
around
would
that
have no leg.
Yeah, if around that size has hit his knee, there'd be nothing left of it. Or Mr. Garadeb, for that matter. Mr. Sholmes has a Persian slipper. This man has spent shells. Perhaps it's customary in Britain to display, well, rubbish on the mantelpiece.
Oh.
Apparently that wasn't it. The true identity of the beast that tore this room apart is these shells. But their butter wouldn't melt accomplice, the cannon. But war is good for nothing. It brings only destruction. Something we all must strive to understand.
I love you. What precisely was your intention with that, Mr. Naruhodo?
Just following the natural progression of the deduction. Sometimes the truth hurts.
Oh, well, the truth is, you do not have a ton of observation or deduction. Did that hurt?
Yes. But. Alright, apparently that wasn't the beast.
Well, shit. To be told that we're wrong by Sherlock Holmes.
I know. My ego.
That hurts.
Well, what do we know with some certainty? Hey, Maverick! Fucking good lord, he's knocking over my shit. Y'all, does anybody want a dog? Sir,
Okay.
that's so disrespectful. I love you so much, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna kill you. I'm not gonna actually hurt my dog.
Disclaimer.
It's gonna call PETA on me.
I almost
like-
just was like, obviously they'll call CPS.
Oh my no. Also, don't call PETA because they're a shit organization.
Probably the
Anyway.
family photograph is what he was looking at. Says chat, maybe.
Maybe.
Look in the photograph. Well, what we do
Damn it.
know with some certainty is that the destructive creature has been at work in this room. Maverick,
And-
go away.
That Mr. Garadeb inadvertently looked in the direction of something that gives its identity away. Yes, if we
Is it the
investigate
cannon?
thoroughly enough, we ought to find the answer.
The cannon. The cannon went
Let's
off.
go back.
What did
Nickel
Mr.
back
Garib-
in action.
Garrett look at? It's here somewhere. We simply need to find it.
All right. What?
Oh,
Oh,
ow.
oh,
Hello?
what is that?
Oh shit. Oh, shit.
What's this
What the-
photograph?
That looks so sus.
It appears to be from Mr. Garrideb's wedding.
Oh, I wonder if the maid is his wife.
Wife.
Shit.
Why is she disguising herself as a maid?
Well, because remember, Sholmes said earlier that in order to be considered middle class, you had to have at least one maid.
Mm-hmm.
So she became a maid.
Mm-hmm. Sort of show their
Or
status.
lied. Lied about being a maid.
Yeah.
He does look very happy, doesn't he?
He does, but you can't make out his bride.
No, how unfortunate. Something must have struck the glass directly over the woman's face.
I wonder what happened. Probably not best to delve too deeply there.
The glass is broken, so you can't see the bride's face at all.
But no amount of cracks could hide the woman's plump form.
I think powerful would be kinder than plump, Mr. Naruhodo.
Yeah, she certainly looks that. There's a lot of horsepower there. Not someone you'd want to upset, that's for sure.
She's not a horse.
Oh, look. Have you noticed her wedding ring? It's very large, isn't it?
Yeah,
It does look like she even has a paw.
that's an unusual design.
It looks like some sort of embellished sunflower. This must have been when Mr. Garrideb was still in the army.
He seems to be carrying his rather stout bride effortlessly and beaming a smile at the same time.
I suppose he was very strong in his younger years.
Hard to imagine now. He's thin as a rake. So is G the beast? There we go.
So she is a werewolf.
The true nature of the beast that has run rampant here is revealed by that newlywed bride.
Oh, precisely, Mr. Naruhodo. No other explanation could possibly fit.
You just spent
That's
5
nice.
minutes, telling us about a lion.
Ah, yes, this frame print pictures your wife, Mr. Garrideb. And while we lament the fact that her face is obscured,
We can still make out her mighty arms and note the considerable horsepower they must contain.
Not
Oh,
indeed, surely any woman of such powerful constitution would be honored to be described as a beast.
Okay, apparently there's a reason why Sholmes is single. Honored might be stretching a point.
So, too late. The fact remains that the beast which so clearly savaged his room was your wife, Mr. Garrideb. Oh, the chilling traces of a wild rampage are still very much.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
We heard this before. Blah
Yep.
blah blah. British things.
Where did
Yes.
it go? Madam?
Cotton Eye Joe. Where did he come from? Where did he go? Where is the Cotton Eye Joe?
And he wants to look at the dress pocket.
Mm-hmm.
the poor, fragile, defenseless woman is beside herself.
Well, I don't know
I
about
wouldn't say she's
fragile.
defenseless.
Yeah,
would
she
say
can throw.
defenseless either.
Yeah, she can throw tea at us.
Yeah, like that she keeps doing that.
Espresso,
So like,
espresso.
oh dear. Anyway, Mr. Sholmes is quite right. There's no sign of Mrs. Garadeb anywhere.
But it seems there may be a clue as to her whereabouts. A clue that this maid is trying to hide. I wonder where Mr. Garadeb's wife could be. Alright.
Plain sight.
Hello, ma'am, madam.
Oh, what a...
Oh? Hello?
What's in the teapot?
Cocaine.
What a charming little teapot, and in its pristine condition. Let's break it.
This is Pulse!
Joan has been pouring some deliciously fragrant tea for Mr. Garadeb, hasn't she?
Well, not so much for Mr. Garadeb as on Mr. Garadeb, wouldn't you say?
I wouldn't dream of drawing attention to it.
Oh, I wanted to. Oh, hello. She's wearing a very large ring. Look, I just imagine us like crouched down there, like,
Yeah.
"Hello, here's your hand." Not a ring. Don't
Mhm.
tell her though.
Yeah. Oh yes, a sunflower design with some rather nice embellishments. Put it together, she saw though. It's on her ring finger of her left hand, which means
It's surely a wedding ring. It looks like it's on there for life too. Can't imagine it would slide off a finger of that size. Naruhodo.
Bitch.
what? There is nobody outside. You don't need to. What? Stop. Finn's reading for me. That's something to think, Mr. Naruhodo. Not to say. Man, I wish my dogs would get that. You know, sometimes you just say those. You think those things. You don't need to yell at me. You know. Oh no, the feedback. Do you know Mr. Garadeb's wife in the photograph had a ring very much like this one. There's a large sunflower design as well. He gives it to all of his ladies. Hi.
Really? You have a great memory for these things that we just looked at 2 minutes ago.
Yeah, bitch.
A large
Damn.
sunflower wedding ring. It's quite a coincidence that they have the same ring, isn't it?
Coincidence? I think not. Ooh.
Nope. Shattering something.
Your wedding ring gives us a handsome
My
clue
dreams.
as to the beast's current whereabouts.
Shattering my hopes.
Ah! Sorry.
That was great.
Indeed it does. That flowery band gleaming on your finger gives you away. Or it is identical to the one shown on the hand of Mr. Garadeb's bride, this photographic print.
In other words, you are no ordinary household maid. So I haven't actually seen a British maid, and I'm very sad now.
No. This is waifu. You are Mr. Garadeb's lucky bride. You are Mrs. Garadeb herself. A wed!
I really wasn't expecting this to take
Yeah,
I know.
same.
as long as it has.
I know.
Well, jolly fine detecting, sir. As you rightfully surmised, this is the wife. Yes, my Joan. Rather let herself go. What a fucking stud. You deserve
Yes,
that.
you
Yeah.
deserve that.
Piece of shit.
No.
Yes, burn these nuts. Anyway.
Just
It
put
would-
the cup over your lap next time, please.
Yes.
It would appear that you don't live the most comfortable of circumstances. After all, you are a retired army man, Yet you are in the business of renting out rooms. Tisk indeed. I would assume, therefore, you have insufficient means to employ a maid. Would that be correct? Oh, yes, I'm so correct.
It's not right, I tell you. I was second lieutenant of the 3rd Regiment, and a man has his pride, don't you know? Do I know?
No.
I always think about that, like people are like, I literally just did that. Or like, or
You know.
whatever. Like,
No, I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't.
I even do it, and yes. Anyway, by golly, it's a sorry thing when a chap can't even afford to have a single maid in his employ. So you make your wife do it.
Yep.
You're a shit husband, sir.
Dickhead.
Yes, here in London, one is rather judged. A household cannot be considered worthy of society if it employs no staff at all. Though in my considered opinion, such concerns about appearances are folly.
You mean Mr. Garrideb has his wife work as his maid?
What a bitch, am I right? Precisely. I'm right, Mr. Garrideb.
Maverick, if you want something, you go talk to your grandparents. Oh my god, he actually is. No, turn right. Don't go down the hall.
GPS
Oh my god,
for
I've
dogs.
won as a mom.
Woo!
Oh, damn it, he came back, I lost.
For 2 seconds.
You
won.
celebrated too early.
I did. Listen, when you're a dog mom, you have to take the small victories. I imagine it's very similar with humans. But only in company, obviously. But listen here. So only around people. We're only married, and I treat her like my wife when we're alone.
See?
This must remain, I think, a secret.
Yep.
Tip-top secret, please. Are you ashamed of your wife? Sir, ma'am, you should leave him.
You should.
Yeah.
All right, the
We
nature of the
are
beast
never, ever, ever
is the raging
been
wife of
friends
Mr. Garrideb.
Whee!
Moral of the story. She needs to swift this bitch.
No, Mr. Garrideb.
All right,
It is
so
plainly clear.
yep.
Blah, blah, blah,
He better
blah,
have
blah,
deep
blah.
feelings for the formidable beast. Distress.
Indeed.
All right. Pain you feel is revealed by the arm. Mr. Sholmes is quite something. He's still calling Mr. Garrideb's wife a beast.
Yes, as a woman, that feels rather uncomfortable.
But Mrs. Garrideb is standing beside her husband as we speak. In other words, he hasn't lost his beloved at all, has he?
Can she really divorce him at this point?
Right.
Oh, how true. What kind of...
No wonder she tore up the room.
So perhaps that supporting arm that seems to be propping up his head has some other significance then.
According to Mr. Sholmes, Mr. Garrideb's pain is tangible, though. What could that pose of his really signify? What? Oh, yep. Pretty sure it must be that. Oh my.
Jesus.
That bright red mark.
How did we miss that?
A bitch slap. Oh, no wonder he was profiled the entire time.
Gosh,
big
that's
slap.
quite something, and clearly made by somebody's hand.
Yeah,
Oh,
Mr. Garrideb has been slapped on the face, it seems. Hard.
Bitch.
Beach slap.
I've never seen such a clearly defined handprint. I think whoever could have done such a thing.
Well, there's a very limited number of candidates, I'd say.
Slap.
Your head weighs heavy on your shoulders. The pain you feel being revealed by that slapped cheek.
End of course, the deliverer of the impressive mark on your cheek that refuses to fade, comically, was you, Madame Joan Caradeb.
Well, yes. Can you
Glad-
blame me? He sucks.
Yeah.
Oh, you've been desperate to hide that slap mark on your cheek, sir.
Yeah.
No.
How the blazes? How did you work that out, man? I looked at the other side of your face.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, nothing escapes the notice of the one trained in the art of observation, my dear fellow.
That's why you haven't looked directly at us even once. To keep your other side from view.
I just thought it was the racism.
Oh no.
Sorry.
Well, now, let us proceed to the next conundrum. Why were you subjected to such violent slap? In other words, we must ask ourselves what caused Madame Garrett to fly in a rage. And we need to only follow the direction of the gaze. And this is probably where we're gonna look at those. Yeah, no,
The
right
pile
there.
of bills.
Didn't Mr. Shelm say that the bills were for a lion fodder?
Yeah, but now that we've established that the lion never existed, which can only mean that the thing responsible for gobbling up all that food was Mr. Girdup's wife.
Mr. Naruhodo, she's a person, not a thing.
Yes, well, she's also a person who gave her husband a mighty slap around the face. One so hard
Probably
that it
deserved
left a perfect hand mark. In fact, he did deserve it.
Well deserved.
He had it come.
He had it coming. Yes, why
good.
would a woman want to hit her husband with such force, I wonder? I mean, do you hear how he talks about her?
Yeah. I'd love to know the answer to that question. Let's see what the bookmark is. Oh, that's gonna be it. Exactly, where's the Susato bitch slap?
Someone must be reading this book at the moment. There's a bookmark in here. Look. Is she in there? I don't know where he is. He hasn't left me alone, so I don't know why Maverick is suddenly gone. Mr. Karadeb is clearly an avid reader. Did he get the
Oh.
gate open?
Wait a minute. I don't think this is a bookmark.
I slapped him because he cheated on me
Oh,
with the cannon.
no, it isn't. It's a note written in a woman's hand. Why? How is it? Oh, James, I love you. Yours, Mary.
And look next to the signature here.
A smooch.
A smooth
Lip marks made with lipstick.
lip shit.
Lipstick. What a passionate and romantic gesture.
Don't get any ideas, Susato-san.
She's in her Twilight face now.
She is only 16, so...
Oh dear, I'm sorry.
So this bookmark is actually a love note then.
Treats his wife like shit and
Oh,
cheats
there's
on her.
what's on the ground? Have we looked at that?
We have not. It's a broken plate. Would we like to look at it? Let's look at it.
Yeah.
Oh dear, this plate has been smashed to pieces. And nobody seems inclined to tidy up the mess.
Perhaps it's some sort of high art.
No.
Really, Mr. Naruhodo?
Well, anyone who has a cannon on display in their living room is clearly a little, eccentric.
Eccentricity.
Alright. We're gonna go with the love note. Because if she didn't slap him for that, she deserves another slap. Yes, it is this love note that has given rise to the pain you suffer.
Oh, James, I love you. Yours, Mary. Oh, passionate indeed. Please tell me when the next chapter is up.
She is about to punch him now.
Perhaps the center of the note is a certain Miss Mary. Is the fly in the ointment here?
Good.
No! What a bitch!
I don't know the Bali woman.
You don't know her.
The note wasn't written to me. Oh gosh. Sorry, y'all. It was just in the book. I don't know how it got there.
It was just in there, you say?
That's right. Ah! That's what I've been saying.
A likely story.
I hate that she's still the maid. Like, that's...
I know.
She's still labeled as maid.
Her name is
Um,
Joan.
Now, listen here, Joan, old thing. I explained at the time. I bought the book at the secondhand place, and that note must have already been in there.
So, the previous owner of the book was using the note as a bookmark, you mean?
That's right. That's what I've been saying. Ah.
A likely story. More tea for these nuts.
For heaven's sake, woman, look at the name. It's written to James.
A likely story.
Are you questioning my name now?
Yes, John, James, that's who they really are.
And there we have it. Arouse the suspicions of the female heart, and you unleash a beast with the most ferocious bite. She gonna kill someone. Now, in a final fit of rage, the beast did shit. Yeah, the carpet and stuff.
Yes, clearly the lady ate the carpet
Amazing.
because she was mad that her husband was cheating.
Yes, I would do the same thing.
Sholmes, could we put together the deductions a little faster?
He does not go fast at all.
It's my
It's not
bedtime.
standing.
But surely Mrs. Garadeb didn't eat the carpet?
No, of course not. But there doesn't seem to be any doubt that the state of disarray that this room is in is a result of her wild temper.
She drove that key. And
No, that's true. So this is the last part of Mr. Sholmes's deduction that we need to fix. We need only to follow Mrs. Garadib's gaze, and that will tell us the real answer.
Alright, let's see what we can see.
Yes. Looks like a very old candlestick, doesn't it?
The base looks too small. Surely it's very unstable. It looks to me like even the slightest knock would make it topple over.
Oh dear, that would be dangerous.
Wait, take a closer look at this. There's one candle missing. Why do I have to get closer for that?
Yes, I didn't notice that before.
Why is that, I wonder? Why is one candle of the 3 missing from its holder?
Yes.
Yes, to explain the dire state of the carpet, we need only look at the candlestick.
Most illuminating, my dear fellow, and of course the only possible way out of this logical labyrinth.
Yes, the remnants of a ferocious attack in which the carpet was devoured are clearly visible.
Indeed, they are. The scorch marks at the edge clearly give away the truth.
Scorch marks?
Yes, from the lion attack.
The Lion King. It would appear that this room was the scene of a little marital altercation.
Mrs. Garrideb's mighty arm muscles left an impression not only on her husband's face,
Yeah. But on the entire room, forced to a first strike caused a candle to fall from the holder.
and in seconds the carpet was alight and the whole corner of the room in flames.
Yes.
For the most ferocious beast in the world is neither a violent lion or a vengeful woman, but fire.
And in this room, that ferocious beast bared its claws and ran amok.
Eloquently put, my dear fellow. So you see, there is not but one conclusion here.
After the sparks of
After the
marital
sparks of marital
discord flew, this room was the scene of a fire. We need to figure out how to do that. Next time we'll like
We're
count
like
off
3,
10.
2,
Oh,
1.
yeah.
Just say no.
Mr. Sholmes, sir. I salute you. Is my
We just
eyes.
killed a
Now
war
he's-
hero.
And now he's dead. Good going. Wow, look at her. Oh, like a princess.
The aftermath, the carpet was scorched by a small fire. Solved. Deduction complete. Elementary.
Yay. We survived that
We
shit.
did it.
It's these dashed long winter nights, you know. Nothing to do but read in front of the fire. Luckily, there's a jolly good secondhand bookshop just around the corner. By all the old novels there.
And in the pages of one particularly novel, you discovered some rather illicit material.
For
It's a
which
booty
your wife admonished you harshly, it seems.
Oh, goodness.
Don't know about admonished. Demolished might rather be closer to the mark.
Yeah, he keeps. Here
Yep.
we go again.
These nuts.
And the carpet? Was that destroyed by fire when a candle fell on the floor?
Afraid to say it was. Happened in the blink of an eye, you know. The whole place filled with smoke. Couldn't really see a bally thing. Was caught between the old stick's rage and the raging flames.
Oh, you paint a torrid picture, sir. One that would have been most entertaining.
That's sympathy for you.
Didn't take long for the fire to spread, of course. The bally furniture started going up as well. We had to hide the mess behind the screen for the time being. Over here, Mr. Garrett.
Well, you have nothing more to hide now, if you allow me.
Oh, damn.
Oh, fuck. Wow.
Jeez. All of my favorite old novels in that case. But as soon as the fire got hold of them, that was it. Whoosh, up in smoke.
Gosh.
Then the wife started hurling things at me. What a terrible sight it must have been. There was I, back up against the window under heavy enemy fire. Incendiary books incoming 10 to the dozen. Are you trying to make us feel bad for you?
Not working.
Worst of it is, I lost my favorite book called The Lion's Pride.
The Lion's Pride. Oh, yes, your notorious love of big cats coming through again.
I assure you, the title didn't influence my choice in the slightest.
So the poor man really did lose something dear to him as a result of the ferocious beast's rampage.
Mr. Shelm's deductions turned out to be correct once again.
How did his... It can only be described as a great British wonder.
I tell you, it was total carnage. Flames everywhere, and the old stick in a full fettle.
Out of interest, what time of day was that?
Not sure I can remember. It was 2 days ago now. Let's see, around 5 o'clock, I think. So, exactly the same time. As a terrifying incident was unfolding outside your window on the street below. Even more terrifying on the inside, I can assure you.
A woman got stabbed, but okay.
The whole blighty could have been flattened outside my window at the moment, and I wouldn't have noticed a dashed thing. Oh, really?
Finally, she's Joan. Mr. Sholmes?
Yes, Mr. Naruhodo, what can I do for you?
Well, I think we've gotten to the bottom of Mr. Garrett's situation now. But what does it have to do with Mr. Natsume's circumstances?
I can help you there. I can't, sorry, help you there, I'm afraid.
What?
My dear fellow, if you recall, I did say as much from the outset. I warned you that although I knew the retired army man is to be hiding something, I could not be sure whether the secret would prove to be of service or not.
I just knew you were going to say that.
Oh, yes. Well, now, Mr. Naruhodo, you mustn't lose heart. Bear in mind that all things fall into one of two categories, those relevant to the case and those not.
That makes no sense to me.
Well, no matter. It is of far greater importance that you make up your mind now.
Sorry?
Visiting hours at the prison will be soon over.
Oh, Oh no, is it that time already?
Oh, hell yes.
If we're to accept Mr. Natsume's case, we have official paperwork to attend to.
So that's it. No more time to think.
Perhaps you'd like to betake yourselves in bidding us farewell now. I must prepare supper for Mr. Ew, Girdem.
Oh, yes. I'm so sorry. For everything, including your
Mhm.
marriage.
Mhm.
Thank you both very much for your time.
I'll
Doseki-san will
just
be
marry
waiting.
the cannon.
And I'm going to have to give him an answer. Alright. We are going to end here for tonight. Next
Yep.
stream. I may do a stream either tomorrow or Saturday, just so that we are evened out on YouTube. Haven't decided yet which day, but look ahead to that. Don't know what plan yet, but yeah. Any announcements, either of you?
No.
Nope.
I think we're all tired out.
We are. I'm exhausted. I'm ready for bed. I'm ready to crawl
Yeah.
in and like curl up under the covers and not get up again ever. All
I
right.
think I'm gonna hear Herlock Sholm's voice in my head tonight, and I'm gonna scream.
As a reminder, you can always tell if we're going to be late on Twitter, and you can always watch our old streams on YouTube. Both of those links are below. Wash your hands, wear your masks, get vaccinated. I'll be back sometime later this week. Have a good night.
Have fun at
Bye.
Power Morphicon. Bye.
Bye.